Yeah, so I'm putting together this Mississippi pot roast, but I wanted to show you real quick before I actually start getting it into the crock pot. I like to sear mine off first, just to fill in the juices and some of the flavor. So what I'm doing is we're not cooking it in this pan. I've already seared three sides. I need to sear one over here. You can see that side hasn't been seared yet. But what I do is just put a little bit of, spray your pan, a little bit of olive oil. I just put some simple seasoning on it because we're going to add a lot of seasoning into the crock pot. But this is salt, pepper, and garlic. And then you just want to sear each side off. And just take your tongue and just flip it on each side. Remember, we're not cooking it, we're just searing it. So you want to sear each side for about a minute. And then we're going to get it into our crock pot. All right, guys, so I have my roast in the crock pot, and it's all seared off. This is I believe this is it's either a chuck roast or a rump roast. It really doesn't matter because the crock pot is going to break it down anyway. But I did want to show you something. I do get a lot of questions about this bag every time I use my crock pot. And it is definitely a savior in the kitchen for cleanup with a crock pot. You know, it keeps you from having to, clean everything out of your crock pot. It just makes it a lot easier. These are the Reynolds Kitchen slow cooker liners. And I will never use my crock pot again without the liners. So I got this pack from Sam's because you get 24 in it. These are always going to be in like Walmart or whatever your grocery store is. They're going to be by the foil or, like saran wrap section. When you get it from the grocery store, I think the largest pack I've seen is 6. So we just get it out of Sam's. We get a lot more. We're going to add in for our Mississippi pot roast is we're going to add in some ranch seasoning. You just get the little dry pack. So we're going to add this in. Okay, I'm working with one hand. So we're going to add this in on top of our roast. You do use the whole pack. Okay. Then also, we're going to now, normally you would add in the au jus pack, but this is the brown gravy mix, which I think wouldn't make much of a difference. I guess we're about to find out and see, huh? But everything was sold out. So I have the brown gravy mix, but if you have the au jus, that's what you would use. And you're going to sprinkle this all on top as well. Okay, finish sprinkling that in. Okay, and then what we're going to add in is you're going to need the pepperoncini. So we're going to add in just a few pepperoncini around it. And I actually like to add in just a small amount of the juice as well. So I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so we have our pepperoncinis all down in the bottom of our crock pot. And I'm just going to add in just a little bit of the juice to the side. This is optional. Also, I wanted to mention using a roast is optional as well. I actually just started using the roast probably this year again. I've been making this for years, but I switched over to doing it with chicken as well. And honestly, it tastes amazing with chicken. And you would do the same exact process just with chicken instead, if that's your preference. You don't have to use a roast. I don't think a lot of people mention that, but it is just as delicious with chicken as well. So we got just a little bit of the juice in. I just like to add that tanginess because this is going to make its own gravy. Okay, and then the last thing that you want to add in is some butter. So now the recipe does call for a stick of butter on top. I'm just going to use a half a stick. I feel like is more than enough. Half a stick is more than enough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this into the base of my crock pot, turn it on low. Actually, you can cook this on low for 6 to 8 hours, but I got people who need to eat a lot sooner than that today because they have to go to work. So I'm going to start it off on high for about 3 hours, and then I'll switch it to low for about 2 hours. And then we'll come back and we'll check it when it is done. All right, guys, so our pot roast, our Mississippi pot roast is all finished. And you can see it made a nice gravy down at the bottom. What I want to show you real quick, though, I'm about to shred all of this up, but let me show you like how easy this falls apart. Let me do it with one hand, but look at that. See how you could just take your fork and just break it all up, that's how you know it is done. It is done. This is gonna be so good with dinner. Like I told you, I'm doing like just a modified Thanksgiving dinner today just because we celebrated last week, but I'm having this Mississippi pot roast. I made some sausage and apple cornbread dressing. We got some greens, some candy yams, some homemade cranberry sauce, and a banana pudding. The banana pudding video will go up today as well. But that is it, guys. I hope that you are having an incredible day. Look at that. We just finished working that apart. I hope that you're having an incredible day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you give this recipe a try, or if you already know that you are a fan of Mississippi pot roast, definitely let me know down below in the comment section. It has always been one of my family's favorites. And yeah, guys, until the next video, you guys take care. See you next time.